You knew Jean Grey couldn't hold out for long. She goes Super Saiyan and jacks people up. Let's talk. Hey, what's good, comic fans? This is Campfire Comics, and we're here. We're going to do things a little bit differently. We normally do a top three. We're going to break them up. We're going to individualize these comics. And so today, we're going to talk about Extraordinary X-Men #2. I'm Campfire Rich.
And I'm Campfire Nate. And if you remember last week, it ended like, who's this guy? This is Logan. This is old man Logan. If you're familiar with the comics, we're at this point where we're like, he's showing up. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, we're left with that cliffhanger. And, I mean, dude, I was excited right then. I was like, man, I'm ready to read this next issue.
Yep.
So we bring this issue. They find him. They're talking to him. They're basically like, hey, listen, how did you get here? All this, trying to figure things out. And he's like, listen, I'm not coming with you guys. He's still left with the scars in his mind of where he killed all the X-Men. He basically was manipulating and killing all the X-Men. He doesn't want to be around them. He's scared. He doesn't know where he's at. But he knows that he's dangerous, and he doesn't want to be around them. So you have that going on. Then you have Jean, who's trying to leave her life behind. She doesn't want to be a part of that anymore. She wants to have a normal life.
Yeah.
And when a situation happens where someone is getting hurt, she steps in.
Dude.
She wants to protect them. And, I mean, she's out on a date with this guy, and then everything's going real smooth with him and her. Then when she shows her abilities, the guy freaks out. You're a mutie. I don't want nothing to do with you. Now I kissed you. I'm worried I got some kind of disease. And I mean, immediately, come on, man. That's a turn off. It's not like she's like, well, I feel bad. Man, she doesn't care. She flips out. She beats those guys' butts.
That was
scares them away.
Probably
and
my favorite part.
It was. I mean, she got bad. I mean, she got mad and flipped out. And then she saves this guy. Turns out this guy's not even a mutant. He's an inhuman. He runs away. He's scared of her too.
Yeah. That scene was awesome. Like, they're talking smack to her, and it was like, get out of here and stuff. And then she just likes super, just, amps up. I was like, oh, man, that's tight. Smashed them up real good. And I enjoyed that. A lot happened in this. There was a lot going on in this comic, which is why I liked it. It was fast-paced. It didn't die down on one spot, like you said. Like, we had Logan for a second. You had Jean for a second. You didn't see Nightcrawler, but Colossus and what's that girl's name? I can't pronounce it. What's that chick's name? Magique. They were looking for him and stuff. So you had them. They was down in the sewers. They was fighting these people. And that was probably my next favorite part in this, which was when he ripped that dude's horn off.
Yeah.
I was like, dee, I bet that hurt.
Yeah, I mean, that, plus when she shot that sword out and went right through that
one
chick.
So they went down there and got bucked.
They went to town down there because they found that basically the tail of Nightcrawler, and these are the same people that kidnapped Nightcrawler from last episode. So we knew something was going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
They sent the tail back, and then they went looking for him. And who did they run into other than Sinister? I mean, this guy is a bad dude. We already know about him from the X-Men comics, from older X-Men comics. So this is going to be interesting. I mean, they kind of leave that at, he basically whoops her butt, and doing that, because of the magic that she controls, puts the whole X-Haven in jeopardy. And that's where we're kind of left as a cliffhanger there, that where they're at is in a place outside of time, I think, kind of just,
in limbo.
Safe, in limbo, and now everything's just kind of coming in on them. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But what we're left with, which I think is interesting, Logan is still trying to get away from everybody. He knows something's up, and he hears a voice in his head. He knows it's Jean. He thinks it's a voice in his head. Turns out Jean is actually there. She's come to see him. I'm pretty sure Jean's going to get him on the right path. An older Logan, a younger Jean, she's going to help him get him right. I mean, obviously, she realizes now that she can't step out of this fight. She's got to be a part of this group. And where does she go? She goes after the one person she knows that they didn't have a good chance of getting. But at the same time, I think she kind of wonders, what's the deal with him? How did he get here?
Yeah, she wants to know. She's the one person who can actually understand what he's been through, because she can get in his head and actually see and feel the pain that he's understanding. So hopefully she can help, guide him through that, and we kind of get him back to jacking people up. So
it is. And I mean, you know what? X-Men it's been a while since we have a good X-Men comic, and this was written by Jeff Lemire. I'm excited. I mean, I'm not completely caught up on every X-Men comic ever, but you don't have to be to start reading this series. It starts you out with some new stuff. It introduces you to some characters, and it gets you kind of interested in the whole thing. If you like X-Men, this is a good comic.
It's really good. 2 issues in, and it's just bang bang for both of them, cutting right into it. So, good comic. Read it. I enjoyed reading this one this morning. Is that it? Is that all we got for this?
That's it.
All right, sweet, man. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you're reading this and what you think about this comic. Again, we got the giveaway going on. Nate, you got a prize that kind of pertains to X-Men. Part of the giveaway.
I actually do. Let me reach back here and pick it up for you.
What?
Part of this is Uncanny X-Men 248, and it is signed by Jim Lee as part of our giveaway. So if you like X-Men, if you're interested in, getting a little piece of, history.
Yeah.
Get a little piece of history. Jim Lee was one of the, has been doing, way back in the day, Jim Lee was X-Men #1 for the longest time. He was the man. So if you'd like to get a piece of that, and a lot of the other good giveaways, Star Wars stuff, Walking Dead, come on, man. Who doesn't love Star Wars?
We got some cool stuff here. All you got to do is you got to be a subscriber and you got to comment on not particularly necessarily this video, but one of the videos that we've put up throughout the month of November. So, hey, man, hit us up. Let us know we're putting out good content. Until next time, I'm out. Hey, if you're still sticking around, then thank you for watching. That means you like us and we like you. So do us a little favor here and click that subscribe button over there so you don't miss any of our videos, because we dropping videos pretty much daily, okay? And then click this video up above my head and watch that if you haven't already, because it's awesome too. All right? Yo, man, Campfire Rich is out. Peace.